Welcome, guys. 11th of June, midweek. Great numbers. Everything came perfectly in. And we might even go higher if we're gonna do some nice movements from now. And if this freaking block over here is gonna move. But so far, we might range a little bit on to the side. So looking at the bits, I'm gonna keep it a little bit different today just because I had the market update. What's going to be updated as well later on. So that's why it's going to be a little bit different, but it's fine. I like it. So we had a wall above us, and that one been moved, literally. And a little bit took, they took a little bit of it. A chunk, not much, but it's still more above it. So let's keep us a little bit below. So if we're going to retrace, and I'm assuming we're going to come close to 109. One, and then we're gonna see some bounces in between. If one of them start to pull literally without moving the bits to the different area, then we might go that direction. That's what I'm aiming for. So far, we're gonna range it, and it's fine as well, just because of the alts that they're gonna pop up later or not. So let's see how that's gonna play out. So far, yeah, it is what it is. We need to regain the previous daily and the new daily. Let's go straight to a high time frame because the lower time frame not really much to say about it. And over here you're gonna see much more right above us, quite a chunk, but technically holding us down. We are literally like hitting it constantly, flirting a little bit and banging against it to go higher. So there is much more to regain and go do more stuff to above us. If we start to lose any levels, what we're gonna go and look later on the chart, then potentially we could go lower, but there is not much to go for right now. Either way, below 1k, 100k, sorry, 100k, but in between on the high time, it's not that interesting for now. So let's have a look on the charts. I'm gonna pull this on the side. Keep an eye on it. All right. So, like I was mentioning as well on the market update, nothing changed. The only thing what changed is the 1 hour close. What we have right now. Let it load it a little bit more. Yeah. So 1 hour retest already the weekly, the daily open, and retrace a little bit on it. So the next one's gonna be major because that's the 4 hour close. If you're gonna close over here, I mean, technically we could see something like this happening, right? So let's see how that's gonna play out. I wish it will be close above it so we could go straight, but eventually they're not gonna give us that easy go for it. Yes, of course, oscillators are a little bit overbought and overheated and quite heavy on the upside. There you have it, 4 hour close and open below the daily. So right now it's literally, again, we still need to regain that area. If you're gonna go lower right now and close anything below 109, then we might retrace a little bit lower. But so far, sideways it is. So yeah, let's see how that's gonna play out. But I'm technically aiming, I was mentioning that as well on Smurn's stream yesterday, and Viking mentioned that today as well on the pro signals. I have a feeling this whole move, what we did over here with this stop and a little bit of sideways, exact the same as we're doing over here. What we did. Technically, structure-wise and fractal, if you want to call it, it's quite similar to this one. I'm not saying that this might play out exact the same, but if we're gonna see any retracement, then that's what's gonna happen. That's gonna be the Bart Simpson right now, what we are aiming for. Why? Because there's not much below that gonna hold us. So I'm aiming for the stop on 107.65. If we're gonna go lower than that, then of course the February or the 103 level. That's what I'm aiming for. Why? Technically, if you want to use the stupid fibs, then be my guest because they will play out, and that's the area. Plus, we still have a little bit above that area the bands and the order books, so that might go a little bit lower if we're gonna retrace to that one, or that might hold either way. And of course, the bands are coming together with the indicators or the levels of the liquidations. So that plays out as well quite heavily on this area below the of around the June, however you want to see it. So that's why I'm aiming for that area. If, but then only if we're gonna see any retracements, right? I don't say we're gonna go right now or anyhow. We're still facing to go higher. We're still doing technically higher highs and lower highs anyway, right? So technically we are still facing to go higher. The only thing what's holding us are two dailies opens right now above us and the wall what's been built quite heavily. Not that heavily that we used to have it, but still it's heavy enough to keep us a little bit lower or in the range, right? So technically, what if we're gonna start doing this, then the alt's gonna start popping and going ballistic. But it's good as well in a way. So it's however you want to look at it. Exactly what I was mentioning as well on the stream. I'm gonna repeat it just about the wicks. We are still facing going lower, and we still going for the lows either way for the 15. If we're gonna reach 15 or go below that, then we're gonna fucking skyrocket and do the all-time high and whatever we're gonna take out on the higher time frames. So there is not much to say that we turning around and that the market is retracing on anything. Still, it's positive for the top 500, right? Makes sense. But as well, doing the same things over and over. It was a winning trade. Technically, it was the counter trade, but it was the winning one, so it took it and we went higher. So still fine, still good. If you're gonna retrace, like I mentioned as well, if you're gonna close anything below 108.5 and come closer to 107, then yeah, that's gonna be stopped out, of course. So the stops are quite tight on that one. Don't worry about that. And the most important, I guess, what I was mentioning, not only the dailies holding us a little bit down and the wall, but as well the point of control on 4 hour of the volume. So that one is significant and quite interesting as well to keep an eye on it, because if we start going and trading literally below and against it, we might do the wick or the buy Simpson to the downside and look at the pocket. It's just exact the same on the previous weekly. So that's why it's literally what we are having right now are two momentum for the bounce, right? This is one and this is one as well. Just because of the liquidity below, this is just because of volume. Done. Nothing else to say, right? Easy as that. Lose those two levels or momentum, then we go lower. But we're not going to talk about that because that's not the issue right now. Right now, we are looking for any pullback if that's happened. If not, then definitely you will see momentum as this. We're going to pump higher, right? We're going to regain this and having something like this. If you're not going to go in one go, right? So if that happened, then off we go. And this not gonna stop us, I don't think, because we will grab the whole liquidity and definitely we're gonna go around 140, 150, and then we might see any maybe pullback or drastic any push down. Because yeah, eventually nothing else what to say about it to go higher or not, because we've never been there. It's gonna be the first time, like we just did with the all-time high. We're gonna do it again. Great stuff. Well, it's a good stuff as well to take profits on any kind of momentum what you are, trades or spots or whatever. So anyhow, it's literally good point to do that. And of course, what we see, three of them, like three caps, large, alts, and shitties, are literally going higher. So the whole market is moving in one direction. Which one's gonna retrace first? That will show eventually. Literally quite heavy on the index flow or index flow, capital flow index. So we will see quite retracement of that one, and the rest will follow, right? So over here as well, same thing like was mentioned. Funny enough, DEX, DEF, DeFi, and NFTs are quite going higher. Data is coming in as well. Smart contracts are moving as well. They've been quite low lately, and they are middling. So yeah, quite a flip. Privacy was quite high. Now the rest is picking up, and yeah, there is some movement in the whole categories in the market. So it's quite nice to keep an eye on it as well on the side. What's moving, what's not, and right, what's maybe coming as well. Same over here. Pick your favorites. put them in and see which one is performing, which one not. So it's quite nice to have that as Confluence. And of course, Hype. What is Hype doing? Fucking ballistic going up. And that's a nice V bottom of the right. So technically, nothing stopped it yet. We are still going higher. And like I was mentioning, $50 definitely on the table to reach it, just because the daily still have room to run, still can go higher. And yeah, what we did over here, it doesn't matter technically for it, because with two pullbacks, small ones, we cool off the whole oscillator on the daily side. So either way, yeah, retest the daily and go for it. There's not much to say. If we start to break, I'm looking technically right now in this position where we are right now. If we're gonna close anything below 41 and come higher, that's gonna be the first low since freaking ages. And that might be the first signal that we maybe will retrace or even come back to the weekly again. That's what I'm looking. This is my area of interest. That's what I'm aiming for. And technically, right, doing literally the stupid flip, bearish retest, and failure on that one, coming lower, test, do another one, right? Have a continuation. Same over here. What we did here, we could still do over here, right? But then even bigger. Same thing. And technically, if you look at this on perspective on 4 hour, I don't know what to tell you, but this shit is doing most perfectly trend line movement ever so far. If somebody wants to trade trend lines, then there it is. Right? There's not much to say about it. No reason to short, to get in front of it right now. But those are the area what I'm looking for. Hype to fill up, to I don't know, take profits or re-enter, or see any potential of movement in any kind of direction, right? But so far, yeah, it's going higher. Not much to say about it. That's my favorite hype. And same thing on it. Let's go on a different chart, because over here I don't have it pilot over here. So same thing. And technically, if you have those two next to each other, without all of the bullshit, right? If you look at those charts, they are quite similar. And I mean by structure only, right? If you look at it. So it's safe to say that they both move in exact the same direction. So either way, you are long in one, then another's gonna do the same. Mind the wicks of on this one, because that's a gate chart. I don't have in front of me the chart of the hyperliquid. So that's a different one. Hyperliquid doesn't have those high wicks on it, so don't mind those ones. I don't take them in consideration just because it's a shitty chart of gate, right? But technically on the bodies or whatever, how you want to look at it, it's literally the same chart. Maybe less volume in it, but still structure-wise, it's exactly the same. And technically what we are doing over here, it's ballistic. This move what we did over here. So that's why I want to point out that it's safe to trade them both at the same time and exact the same moves even. We've been mentioning this quite often on the streams as well, and it's freaking 77% already. My bot took already so many TPs that there's not much left for it, but it is what it is. The whole way up, it's been grinding it quite heavily and perfectly, and same as for hype, almost the same retest. Let's put everything back together. Right. Oh my god, this is the wrong one. So exact same retest, even coming to the lows of 31 of the weekly, right? So it's gonna be exact the same over here, weekly as well. That's what I'm aiming for. If you're gonna see any pullback on that one, if not, then this one can go even higher, because I would like to get a higher high on that one. Same as on hype. So if that one is a little bit lagging behind, then I would suggest that this one will have one more push, even close anything above the Q4. Perfect. Retrace to yearly, and off we go, right? So those are the two what I'm technically aiming for right now, to go heavy on this, to do that, right? Either way. So there it is. Take this and look at it. And yeah, trade it because it's worth it. It's really worth it. And believe me, it moves quite good. It's not that volatile or not that manipulated as the rest of the freaking alto market. It's perfect. It's really good. I love it. I love how it behaves. That's why I say mind the wicks, right? Because those are really shitty on the gate. But if you look at the chart on the hyperliquid, then that's gonna be all different, totally different. So that's Bitty and Hype. Now let's go injective one more time. This is exactly what I'm looking still for, right? Doing the higher high right now from the previous swing from the 15.3, perfect. I'm taking it. Like, go for it, right? I wish I was gonna do it right now, but still, we still can do this and go higher. Why? Because we technically already regained a previous swing, lower swing what we had. So technically it is a higher high, but on the higher time scheme is it lower high. But still bullish as freak for me. So I love it and I will take that as well. But that's what I'm aiming for. There's not even looking for shorting this at all. And then gaining the previous swing high, I wish that we're gonna go a little bit extreme and regain 16. Because then every single thing change on it and we finally break out on a higher time frame from this fucking structure, right? And I mean on the freaking daily. Yes, technically we did it already, but my confirmation is still 16.8. Just because we had that stop off when we came down. That was the first stop what we did, and we continue going lower. And now we need to see that flip. And then the rest is not much that's gonna be left to regain because that's gonna happening anyhow, right? But that's the first thing you want to see. If we're not gonna do 16, then we will fucking grind to the side. Definitely, they're gonna keep it alive and they're gonna hopefully not do this because that's gonna be a little bit painful and I don't want to go back to it. But maybe more like this kind of price action again, right? Technically, what I would like to see. So, hello guys, I'm gonna go and read the chat in a second. So that's my take on my 4 favorites so far. What I'm trading on leverage. And let's put this together. How do we look like on 4 hours? Yeah, you see, we having already a small retrace on 4 hours. I was mentioning this on the stream. We really need to see the regain on the daily. If we're gonna be a retest, then that's it. Right now, you really need to hold the 109. Start closing anything. The next 4 hours start closing below. Then BART it is. Nothing bad about it. Sorry, it sounds maybe bad, but it's nothing bad about it. It's still BART Simpson to weekly, and then off you go. More retrace, low the longs, and go for it. Right? Oh, 1 second, I got a message. Okay. So that's the top 4. Puppy, I have my best performer. Trio or okay, I didn't want to mention that, but yeah, it is what it is. Trio. I mean, seriously, it's not really. Yes, maybe we add a little bit too much opium into it, that we will go higher, and Will was as well a little bit behind it. It's not about Will or something, but I guess this was the top. And right now, yeah, what do we do? I mean, lower low after lower low. Not even one regain. And this is worry. What you see over here, that sell-off is really worry. And look at the oscillator, how it looks like. We didn't even, technically, yeah, we bottomed through the whole thing. And right now we're facing to the bottom again on it. So there's not much left. Like, if you hold it, then yeah, hold it. I mean, I don't think it's gonna die. Don't get me wrong. That's gonna pop up again. But they struggling a little bit. I hope we doing this move over here, that this will come, right? Again, if we try to do the fractals, what we know, then I hope that this is it. And we're gonna pop. But so far, I mean, Will wasn't wrong about it. There is still potential in the whole system and behind the company. The only thing is the work of flow from it. That's the little bit worry about how they manage everything, right? So not much to say right now. If you're gonna see, so far, you literally right now what you need to do is close anything above it, and this, and hold that. Yeah, it's it's something, but this is the first point of interest. What literally your previous high was to hold it. I mean, yeah, GB. I'm not bashing it down or something. I'm happy about it, and it's great. The whole project is great, right? The whole idea behind it, but the use case for the coin plus the management of it, it's a little bit not organized in my opinion, if I can say like that, right? So that's why we're seeing this as well. But anyhow, like if you want to see any life into it, then this is kind of the area that you want to see it happening right now and holding it, right? Or you're gonna see this freaking wick, right? So anything what you have, like with this kind of points and what I'm having as well, the leftovers, right? I'm not like full or whatever. I sold like most of it on the way down and a little bit on the high. Anyhow, that doesn't matter. What I'm doing, I keep that and set the levels like to sell something. Like a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, or whatever, through the whole way up. Why? Because if this happen, you might miss it. And if you're gonna set all of the levels or limit cells in the on the exchange, they might hit when this happen, right? Because this can happen like in a fucking 1 hour, skyrocket on it. If someone's gonna fat finger something or whatever, or something happens, right? So you're still gonna sell something, and you might even sell more than you wish. So yeah, that's what I will do, and I have that as well. I have like shitloads of levels, even over here. So like we was mentioning the $10 or 20 or whatever, right? What was promised. This whole area, I settled all of this with limit orders. So that's what I did. But yeah, it's up to everyone if someone holds that yet, or someone want to do something with it or whatever. Or even if you have like just a little bit like dust or something, like settle the levels. You never know, they might be hit one or another day, right? So who knows? But yeah, let's go a little bit to the positive side, something that moves a little bit more than trio. one. You are not that far away. So that's still all right. I mean, not that far away. I'm sorry. I don't want to. Oh wait, 8, 9. Sorry, I thought there was some over here. Oh, so it's a little bit high. Yeah, let's say you still have some percentage left, right? Yeah. I'm sorry, I cannot say anything about it. I would not. I mean, I don't know if you have like enough money and you are not scared to lose it. Buy right now heavier to lower your average for DCA, but that's up to you, right? It's up to you. Like this doesn't look good right now. I would do that. Like literally, listen. If you are still in, I will wait for this. If this happen and you hold this, right, you find finally a support, right, buy it heavily, lower your average, then yes, but only then, right? You need to see some life into it, right? Something like, for example, I don't know, not much to see about it to compare. Yeah, sorry, there's not much to compare. Yeah, this kind of flip, right, over here, what you had. If you see this movement and hold of the level, so this, that's perfect. That's what you want over here right now. But if that's not gonna happen, I will not bother to buy it at all yet. Okay? let's go to yeah. So watch to the for this for 4 hour. What that's gonna look like. And if you guys have any coins that's not on my list, then let me know. I will go and have a look on them. So far, I'm just gonna carry on and do the list. Yeah, that one is shitty as well. I'm sorry that I'm saying that like that, but we lost the whole freaking support on it, and we are banging against it right now. Still potential to go higher. Right now, what you want to see, same as Trio, exact same system, right? This flip you need to see and hold that shit. You do not want to go and lose that whole previous swing, what we did. If that's gonna happen, then you can even say goodbye, because that wick, what we created over here, might happen again, and that's gonna be trouble, right? If someone is in it, because someone mentioned it to me, and I still have it on list, so that's why I'm charting it. Anyhow, so you want to see that and freaking gain of that Q2. If we don't do that, then eventually, oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Then you're gonna create something like this, and bang, yeah, same as Trio. You're gonna do this, and you don't want that. You say trade. And I don't know. Are you talking like all around range or just about the comp range? Because there is not such a thing like how long you trade something. You trade till it breaks out from it. Either way. So just for example, if you are in the range, right? If you do this, I know it's perfect range. I know, mind me, just for the sake. You trade technically both ways. So you try to hedge it as good as possible. Why? Because one day or on one moment, one of these trades gonna break out. So this will carry the whole movement, and this gonna be stopped out. There is no such a thing like how long you do that till it breaks out. But if you're talking about the comp, then I will have a look on that one. And shit, I guess, yeah, now it's good. But no, I don't want Coinbase. Fuck that shit. Mm. See, same thing. Oh Jesus, that's this week. This is horrendous. I have no clue what happened over here, but you are lucky that they are trying to recover it. Anyhow, if don't mind this week, right? Don't mind this. I'm gonna try this, but don't mind this. If this is the range, but because it is, right? You still trade both ways. So technically, you can say like somewhere over here, you're gonna be longing it, right? So you take the profits on the top, and then you eventually gonna short something over here, those lows, right? This is the daily, don't mind me, but still, right? Something like this. And which one of them is gonna break out? So the one from the from the short is gonna be stopped out, and you long is taking over, right? Till the one or another is going to be stopped out earlier, you add to the longs if that's holds, right? So if this holds, because you still have your stop loss, for example, like in good positions or whatever, right? If you're not going to break out to the stop loss and you're not going to hit that, you go for it. We swap and see on the stream yesterday. All of the major DeFi protocols on Eve. Tom seems to be the little brother. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's why I thought as well. Yeah, Wave. Yeah, that's why I thought, because that sounds quite familiar to me. I don't remember all of the coins, but I was talking about this anyhow. So yeah, but anyhow, that week over here, that's never happened before, but that was quite horrendous. So far, you're breaking out of your range, so that's great. So you settle your low, right? So this is your low low, this is your high low. Great. And you continue doing that. Right now, the only thing what you need to do, and keep that in mind, this is quite important, you need to hold this, right? and regain this freaking February and that wick. You need to regain that. Otherwise, just because of this liquidity grab, because it was technically with that sell-off, we need to farm a little bit more on it to go higher and to regain that, just to be able to go higher. Yeah, it's on my list as a second one. I'm gonna be there in a second. So that's the whole idea. And yeah, that's how you stay in the trade the range, right? You trade you long the lows and you short the failure of the high, right? If that's possible. It's not always. Don't aim that to always. But if there is a possibility, then yes, do that. And then you just wait for the breakout of it. Which way? Okay, Sui. So that played quite nicely. I was mentioning this as well on the stream. Don't mind, it's on the daily, just because it's going to be easier to chart. So far, I was mentioning on the market update as well. So far, you really need to close anything on the 4-hour or higher above May. I guess 4-hour did it or not? Let me have a look on the 4-hour. Yeah, great. So you are already quite safe, you can say, if this not starts gonna retrace, but that's good. You need to close anything above it. Right now, you aim for the 3.75 because that's your previous high that it get us like really pushed us lower to 2.8. So you need to regain that again, right? By doing that, you're gonna regain, come back to May, retest, and go for the yearly. And that's your major next stop on, right? Because that's been quite heavily failing and pushing us lower, right? Since we went through that area. It's great because we kill that resistance, but we form a new one, right? So technically, and that's a little bit not worry, but technically what you're facing right now is this stupid fib, and that's even lower, right? This is the stupid fib, but you really want to regain, right? So we right now. But first, we might go a little bit lower, retest at 3.2, right? The previous, that's even weekly and June together. That's even perfect to hold again, right? Because we went through it for second time. We went through it without even coming back and really like created a higher low from it. Sorry, and go higher. So that's what you want. I will look for something like this. It's great that you close anything above May because that's already covered. We need to do that again because next time when we go, you just move slowly and through it without any hesitation. That's how I see it, and that's how I look at it. That's why the closes are matter for me, because you regain technically already the whole May and December, if that makes sense. Okay. I was planning to take profits and leave some. Yes, I always do. So let me give an example. Okay, the best example is going to be this, right? So like I was mentioned, even my own trade and the bot sell-off, I traded twice because my bots got quite heavy stop out on the TPs. But manually, I always take TPs on the way out. I plan them just how the history of the chart's showing me. So that means, and I can show you that as well over here. That's how I plan them. So why? Because this is the high. Why? This was the low that brought us over here. Why this? This was the bearish retest of that. So that's the previous high. Then I add as well one over here, right? And then my next TP was, I guess, that high that was somewhere over here because that was the flip. And the next was, of course, the all-time high on the body close or below. So those lines are typical and really, really accurate to hit. Why? because we've been there. And to go higher, you need to regain that. That means you need to go higher than that line, right? That level, that higher high, or whatever what you created in the previous history of chart, right? So those are always and always going to be mine levels of TPs, right? And yes, if you have some bigger gaps in between, then yeah, be my guest and do one somewhere in the middle, right, on the bearish side of the swing, right? Then you are covered, literally covered through the whole way up. Still, you're gonna break out, and it's gonna be blue sky breakout, right? But then I said that as well many times on my streams. What and how I'm doing it, I'm just looking like, okay, what was the average move between my TPs? Was around 7, kind of, right, ish. Yeah, that's fine. So lower that by half of it and take those TPs, but a little bit smaller, right? On the way up, right? Something like this. It's smaller movements, but who knows how high and deep we're gonna go? I don't know. I cannot predict the future. I'm sorry. So if I want to cover myself, either way, we're gonna go higher, then that's the way what I'm gonna do. It's maybe a little bit tedious, or put like, I don't know, 5%, whatever you want, right? But that makes much more sense in my head to do. Why? Because either way, I don't care how high we're gonna go, and I can settle this till fucking freaking infinity. But I will know for sure that some of them will be hit. And if one's gonna be missed, I don't care, because what is it? 3.5% only? Instead of not doing that, and the coin is going ballistic overnight, right? And you wake up to the coin when it's somewhere over here, and you miss this instead of only 3.5 or whatever you said, right? Because like I said on Trio, set the hold the way up on the history what you have, set the levels, and you know that you're going to be covered or be safe. Either way, you're sleeping, you are away, or you are not in front of the charts, right? So that's the reason, and that's how I'm doing it. And I always did it. Like even Ego, I can remember back in the days when we used to trade so many spots backs and whatever, and a year two ago, we always did it because this is the history. We've been there, and we will go there for the second time if we want to go higher. Either way, right? Have the sleep. That problem myself. Yeah, but that's the way how you can manage this, right? Have a look how the coin moves, how many TPs you did, what's the difference between the lows and the highs, right? And then measure that and go ahead. And you can set millions of limit orders sell on the exchange however you want. And don't go crazy, like do, I don't know, every single move like, I don't know, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%. And somehow you will reach the end of it. It's just chipping out from the position, right? Don't wait for the mountain and the big pot of money in front of you, because that's how you lose a lot. Do I ever sleep? If you, I take naps in between. Okay, let's say like that. So, but that's how I work. So for me, and you will see that as well, like many times I mentioned, history of the chart, it's the most accurate and the most important key level that you can have. There's nothing else important than the history that the chart did. Yes, of course, if there is something new, then it's a little bit troubling and you need to a little bit guessing in it. But still, there is a management system around that as well. You can set Fibonacci levels, right? You can set the percentage or whatever. But if we have history, use that. Why? Because like this is a good example what the history does as well to the coin if it goes higher, right? Did we hit all of those levels? Yes, fucking we did. And how accurate we did, because we even retest them technically. So you can even reload on them if you want to put more margin into it or whatever. But still, right? This is the key and the system for me best working to take TPs, and that counts for the leverage and as well for the spots. Wait, Some trades easily could be break even, but stop loss that I have been. Yeah, journaling, it's definitely a good way for reflection and confluence of your trades, right? So, for example, same, let's say, yeah, this is a sample journal for the bot, right? I have in here quite a lot of bots. The red one are closed, but the in the black one are still running. And this is how I journal my bot, right? So here is gonna be the setting, what I set it in the bot, and over here is the what kind of setting I'm running. So this is just a sample, right? The change, and then it's a long from which day to another day, how many days, what's the PNL, how many TPs, whatever it takes, and the conclusion on it. This is the most important part. I don't care technically about this much. I care about this. So what happened? Did it take all of the 5 TPs? Yes. It went all full house on it, right? If it didn't got break even or got stopped out or it went against or whatever, you write it over here. And that's your conclusion about the whole trade or bot or whatever, right? That's what you want to see and that's what you aim for. Because only then you will know what's going on with your journal. Because yes, you can have the TPs or whatever, it's all in profit or in red, but you don't know what's going on over there. Eventually, if you're gonna have like multiples over there, trades, right? And you write here only this is positive, this one is positive, this is positive, and this one is in red, right? Over here, it went to stop loss, right? So the next trade, when you're gonna take over here, you see like, okay, this one went in the stop loss, but I had quite a good run over here, quite positive, and this one is stop loss. So what's happened over here, I need to fix it for the next trade. That's not going to happen. So then you go back in the chart and you check like, okay, what's happened there? Did I get wicked out or whatever? So maybe you can increase your stop loss a little bit that you're not going to be wicked out. And then this trade apparently is going to be profitable because you know already what's happened over here and you learn from it, right? That's your conclusion from it. That's how I will, I used to back in the days do journaling, and now I'm doing it just because of the bots. Because you have so many running bots, eventually you can keep track of all of them at the same time, and this is the most important because when you look at the bot and what he's doing, and then it's like, okay, what was the conclusion? Did it run well? Yes, perfect. Keep going. If not, delete it, right? Or change it, tweak it a little bit, right? That's why you have journal. You tweak it constantly. You keep a track of some things. That's the most important issue doing. Sorry. For me, I have a lot of bots. Eagle have a little bit more than that, right? He's running 3 different windows, as in this, of TradingView. So he have, I guess, more than, what is it? 35, I guess? Just a guessing number. Yeah. So keep a track of that, right? I have like 5 or something like that, and he have like more than 20. So see, 30 and 35. Try to keep a track of about that without journal. You can't. It's not possible. And he is a bot. Yeah, he is self a bot. Yeah, it's not a human. He's not a human being at all. Exactly. That's why his journal perfect, because in one eye look you can see how it performs and it calculates everything for you, right? And that's why it's good. And you learn from it. Also, and you take conclusions what's happened in previous runs or previous swings or previous hits of the bot, and then you can tweak it or maybe stop it for a while and then run it again, try it. This is really important, really. Not to track your profit or whatever, because that's not the point of it. It's more the point of the learning curve and process of how your trades, you sell have, and your strategy perform, right? That's what it's about, and that's why it's good to do it. Yes, good. It's great. It's really useful, and you can learn a lot from it. Either way, if you're doing leverage or spot, it doesn't matter. It's still great because your trades still the same. right? Why you spot doesn't grow, or you don't take profit because it goes sideways. The profit the project is maybe dead, or there's something going on, right? So you write it down, and next time you're gonna think to buy something, you read it and say, okay, let me double check it if it's correct for this or the next project, or however which one you want to buy. That's the whole purpose of it, right? Keep yourself in check, strategy, but as well to make sure you're not gonna do the same mistake, or maybe the wrong buy, or you not oversee something what you did previously, right? So you're building yourself as well on it, and that's the greatest and the power actually of journal, right? That's the most important. But yeah, it's really good, and you should. Everyone, is the sounds go? No, shouldn't, right? Please don't tell me it's gone. Not on the recording. Can you hear me, guys? Okay, fuck me, I was. Yeah, if the sound's gone, so that's Discord. Please, on the recording you're gonna have the sound. Don't worry. But if so, then it's on the Discord. Nothing to worry about. You just scared me for a second. Um. Anyhow, coming back to charting, where did we stop? I guess here. Must be me. No, it's Discord. Discord have some issues with sounds as well. It stops in some of the moments. But don't worry, it's on the recording. We still have good sound on that one. Okay, let's carry on. AVAX. Still same principle, right? We regain the high of the swing over here, so that's fine. We didn't regain the highest high. Still, there is potential for it when we're gonna flip the February. Right now, it's freaking great because we regain already March, and technically the whole bearish failure of the previous structure. So that's great. That's good. Yes, potentially on all of the coins, we're going to see some maybe movement to the downside because we are overbought and overheated. Yes, that's true. But still, if we do that gain already, that's perfect. Coming back to weekly, I guess most of the coins will do that. If we're going to see any potential for going lower, then that's what you want to see. Because then technically you're going to have the V bottom structure formed. So that's AVAX. Nice and quick. We've been over Solana as well. That's one doing great. We're flipping already the previous 4-hour swing. That's why I want to aim for it. And so far, I hope it's going to continue and go a little bit higher, just because we have a quite heavy way of regaining things on the way up. And if so not, I would like to hold off November or August. Regain that, then it's all fine. And if that's not gonna be the case, and we will literally go a little bit lower, then freaking yeah, I don't want to go even that low, but June and grind it higher. If you do a grind higher, then that's establish quite more strength into it, and we will create some more movement into it. Don't mind the green one because that's a higher time frame and range, but do something like this, it will be much more nicer. See you, Marvy. Have a good one. Thank you for being here. I know it's late. Eve, great stuff. Like we've been mentioning as well on the market open. So we regained that whole resistance. So that's technically done. Any retrace, then yeah, that's my play out. If not, then freaking go and regain that August. If Eve's gonna do this, then I'm self gonna fucking full on long that shit. That regain over here. Personal. If that's happened. Not really seeing it, but it might, right? You never know. But if that happened, oh boy, shit is gonna go wild then. Tia, no, sorry, I'm not gonna bother about that. Erection, yeah, exactly. Grasp, like I was mentioning as well. Fortunately, we set a lower high. Still fine if we're gonna grind higher because we didn't settle any lower low since. So that's still holding and still aiming to go higher in my perspective. Flipping yearly, and off we go. Finally back into the area where we used to be and we start from. So I would really like to see that. We've been there already once. We regained that, but we quite heavily went lower, unfortunately, with a retest of it. So that was a little bit scammy. So that resistance is still a little bit heavier. But that's why I want to know, regain. That's my aim still. Because then you're going to do technically the same move as Bitcoin is doing and the rest of the market. Because we have already set a lower high. So the next move higher is going to create a higher high, right? Automatically. So this is your next move to go higher. Party, we've been on it, and yeah, we see already the little bit pullback on that one, literally in the 2 fips. So that plays out. We all knew that that's gonna happen, technically. And right now, the only thing what I'm aiming for is literally the pullback to previous weekly, because I really want to hold that structure. If we're gonna go lower, then there's still gonna be a little bit room to run to Q4 and hold that. Lower than that, I really don't would like to see that, because that might be issue to break anything lower, because that's going to be making another failure from lower high to lower low. And technically what you're going to do is change of the character, literally, if we're going to break and create a new lower low. And you don't want that, because I'm still aiming for 2.4 on that one. So that's party. Bet, quite interesting as well, technically. We didn't have that push higher, unfortunate, but that was a low low. Yeah, unfortunate. It's a little struggle, but right now we settled the lower high previously. We need to regain that, and we are kind of aiming for it. So that's gonna be good and great to go back inside that range again. But we used to do it over here. We need to go inside that, and if we're gonna start creating another range inside that range, then that's gonna be freaking hilarious. But yeah, let's see if that's gonna hold the whole price action higher, because if that happened, I don't think that's gonna play out anymore. Sorry, let me delete that. The thing what you want to see is all that and just regain the whole previous range. That's what you want to see. I don't want to grind it fucking the same as we did it over here twice, because that's, yeah, a little bit bullshitting, in my opinion. But you need to regain that. What's up, Eagle? Tere? What? What's happened? This. Yeah. Eagle, you are always reading without a context. He meant this when I drew this. If that happened on Eve, straight. That's what he meant. You need to pay attention a little bit more. Let's take it seriously. Oh, I scared. Like, what the fuck happens? Oh, you scared me for a second. Yeah, I know it's a lot. uh, we don't need that. Let me clean up a little bit. Finally, we regained that freaking trend line on Ina. For some people that DM me about it. The only thing, yeah, we still are aiming for the resistance, and then you just want to go either way, May or somewhere in Q2 to go higher, regain that. Just because, yeah, after that settle low, now we settled higher high. So eventually, retest of the that freaking trend line, May or Q2 is the go to go higher. So if not, if that's going to be another failure and we're going to settle another lower low, then I will wave it goodbye as well, because there is not much going to hold us below either way. Popcat, we went over. How's this doing? Oh, I know which one I want to look at. Where is this bullshit? That one. Technically, it's grinding, so it's still some positivity in it. How far you want to look at it? Nice uptrend on it. Maybe look at the. That's so yeah. Tell me about it. That's a really long time ago. Okay, I'm gonna look after this. Some positivity in it. Eventually, I like most of the people. I guess we all dropped the card and everything about Crow, just because of their stupid policy and everything what they're gonna do from the new year. So goodbye that. But yeah, it's still facing higher. But if they're not gonna regain this, then that's gonna be look shitty. And then February, that's the I guess one of the few ones who freaking never reach February after the failure of it. So yeah, okay, it is what it is. But so oh, okay, okay, some live March, June. Okay, some nice regains on it. Wasn't not that bad. Nice. Holding September, regain November. That's your next regain because we are freaking hell. Look at that November. That's been perfectly failing constantly over and over again. Yeah, 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 exactly. Pendle, I knew. Little, I forgot about it. But Pendle, I knew about it. I remember that from back in the days. But this freaking sell off, it's horrendous. You need to regain that. If we regain November, then freaking hell, February and the rest, it's on. Because then you have the stepwise, right? So what you're gonna do? Try to do this, right? And that's your high. Regain the high of it. Have a little bit bigger retracement to this area. Flip that, right? Flip it, and freaking off you go. That will be most perfect scenario ever for it. Uh, just because of this, yeah, this flip. Oh yeah, good one. Nice reminder. But either way, by the way, how is this shit doing? I'm sorry, I'm calling it shit. We used to trade that. We used to buy shitloads of it. I remember the chart was a little bit bigger, right? But that's was it ByBit? Oh, okay, same shit. Anyhow, Jesus, monthly low. They're trying to get into the. I'm still trying to yeah after the ban me. Yeah, I remember that, bro. We are so. Listen, we run the whole shit, right? This we was running this the whole move through it, right? I remember it was this or this one. Wait, 2004. No, it was this one. Definitely this one. We was buying all of this in the whole move, right? It was the lowest point. Yeah, the first one. Yeah, I remember that. We was buying all of this and we sell it and then do it again a little bit and then somehow we stopped because it was shitty. But bro, that was the I guess one of the best ones runners from our spot backs the back in the days. Yeah, that one did some goodies. I remember that. Jesus. All right, after the low, we are climbing higher. It's nice. Regain February, freaking nice. Q4 even. Fuck me. That one is climbing. Yep. Nice. Next stop. And I guess just by knowing Pandal is gonna do something like this. Bigger move and then one more. Yeah. So definitely you're gonna stay a little bit in the little bit high time frame range, but hey, who is counting, right? Yeah. But oh bro. Memories, man. Memories. We've been like over here, I remember as well, like, oh shit, so much. Nice gains. And then he did, whoop, oh, a little bit more. Fuck, I remember that. Nice. Good old days. Trendmaster days, guys. That's what you get when you're coming from Trendmaster. Oh, good old days. Hmm. Okay. How is this shitty doing? Oh, who I was sending this? I don't remember. Q. I guess Q was asking for it. There it is. Hold. Regain. Failure. Didn't. Nice. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty please. Okay. Where LCL? What's that? I heard about that one. Parcel? Oh my god. Alright. Which shitty exchange do you want me to choose? Which one of those ones? Please take the most shitty ones. Real estate. Yeah, tokenized real estate. That was it. I heard about it. Ucoin. Never gonna fucking click that one. ByBit. Okay. You're lucky. You're lucky. Little bit worry. But that's on a weekly. Let's have a look on the daily. Okay. You holding the swing, so that's a regain weekly. Bro, this one have shitloads things to do, man. It's gonna be hard to regain. Really hard. Just because this was the flip, so just because of this, it's gonna be hard to regain. Anyhow, right now, it's good. You're holding the previous low. That's fine. Weekly, daily, my Q2. You really need to close above this. Really need to. Technically, yes, we did a higher high from this perspective. So technically you could aim for the stupid flip, but I will not want to go lower than that because that's a wishy-washy area, and if you're gonna lose that, then game over for a while. So what I will prefer that this gonna do, regain this freaking Q2 again, and this, and hold this for a while, grind this. I would like to see this grinding. Oh, there you go. For close position. I guess it's a TP. Let's see. It's gonna have a look in a moment. Right? You really want to see this forming. Not to make any lower lows. That's gonna be a little bit shitty on it. Yeah, you don't have much to work with. This is the only position that I would like be happy to see, to either buy or chart it, or like to invest into it. Why? Because you need to have the flip on it. You need to have a bullish gain and a formation to go higher. Right now, the only thing what you did, you set on a new low low and a lower high with a small regain of a swing. It's nothing significant yet. This move, this regain and higher high with a retest of a lower high, yes, higher low, then yes, it will, right? And then grind it and send it. But then this is worry. Not worry, but it's going to be a trouble to regain. So doing this, right? This move again, yes, that will be healthy. That will show your strength. Copy this. If this move is going to turn around to this, grind and then send it, then yes, gone. Wait for this significant move. Any lower from it, buy, and it will send. Do it over here. done deal. That's what you want. Exact this. Because it was exact the same over here, right? Similar movement over here, maybe a little bit volatility on it, right? So what did you do? Low, right? You had the lower high, and then you create another low. You send it, so you create a strength in that. You show it, higher high, failure, low, go. That's what you want. That's all about it. I can say you. Settle new low. I will not bother. Do you gonna see any higher high on that one? Because so far it looks a little bit shitty. Just a little bit. Oh, look at that. Jesus. I have a feeling that this is already like a year or something. This whole freaking range to the downside after this horrendous move. But what's this? Like the resorts in the US, they're gonna admit that they're gonna buy fucking ADA, XRP or whatever was it, right? I have a feeling that this fucking play out for ages already. And I said, I was quite vocal that this is a fucking killing move. Why? I hate those moves because they take all of the freaking liquidity. All of it. So what do you need to do? Grind the shit out of it. Create more liquidity. Trap people. Whatever. Let them buy. Let them sell. And then you can fucking do the move again. Because right now, what you're doing technically is you have this move. Grind, 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 grind. Right? Set it low. You trap all of the people. And then you're going to do again the same shit over. Similar. Grind, grind, grind. Bang. Grind, grind, grind. Bang. That's what you're going to do. Yeah, of course they're gonna surprise us, but like I said, I have a feeling that this is like for years already going on. I said it, like Felix as well. You remember Felix? He was fucking buying quite heavy on that one, right? He was like a house or whatever on it or whatever. I don't know, but I told him like, still holding it. That's fine, but that grind's gonna be for ages right now. It is what it is. Dogo. Nice long range. Regain. Nice. Flip yearly. And off you go. On that one. Oh, this is gonna be interesting, guys. What do you think? Did we do some goods on Trump or not? Trump coin? I have a feeling I didn't watch it for ages. I have a feeling that we didn't do shit on it. Oh, I forgot I did even. Sorry. Sorry, Trump. I was making fun of you. Okay, I wasn't that. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is. And freaking hell, look at that. Somehow it plays out. Somehow we settle new low. And the only freaking support, it's this. That's a daily. So from this move was the highest. We went over here. Okay. What? How many is that? Is that not the movement that he what the fuck he was announcing? Yeah, that was the move that he announced, the greatest token ever. But over here, was that not the dinner or something with him? There was some bullshit shit that he mentioned that you need to have Trump coin for it or to buy. But yeah, we didn't do shit with it. Daily high close. Bang on. Oh, bro. This shit. Oh, 4 hour looks nice. Oh, fuck my life. Oh, bro. I'm not gonna make fun of anyone. It's not funny. I know. Move on. How's this shit doing? Mm, still didn't do much on Bitcoin. Still grinding to the downside. Okay, just looking on the side. Watch out. They start the first pool of 260 Bitcoin below us starts happening. So there is one more, 199, and if you look at it, we started with 180, then we go 200, and now we're going a little bit like wishy-washy, 190, 200. So they might look forward to pull this one as well. Right, so be careful. And we've been adding as well a little bit to it. For the top investors and coming to place in the national golf. Oh my god, yeah, that's yeah. 22 of May. That's happened already. Oh yeah, I guess it wasn't that important. It wasn't that interesting because I didn't hear about it. What's happened over there? What they say, or if they got something new to know or whatever. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, Litecoin still need to perform. Flip the yearly, and then the rest, clutter February, and the rest of the bullshit over here. What it failed on. You go for the dinner, yeah, bro. I'm never gonna hold it. I trade it as leverage, but I'm never gonna buy this token for any kind of occasional shitty. No. Nope. Where was it? I don't know. Oh yeah, bro. Like, look at this. I will fucking laugh my ass if this gonna do some. Oh, I'm struggling. If this gonna do something like this, bang. Take out every single one over here. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna buy it. I used to trade it. Still somewhere over here when it had that big ass pump. Yeah. What is this doing? Oh, oh, do the T. Nice regain. I like that. That's what I like. This is nice and clean and perfect regain. Now hold the shit and go for September. Flip the September, and off we go. That's what I want to see. New higher high on that one. Oh, bro, that's gonna be awesome. Technically, yeah, doing something like this. Yeah, that would be really awesome. Go. But yeah, there is still some things to do on the way up. Oh, that was. Oh yeah, that's why I want to look at it. You mean, bro? Yeah. Wait, which time frame I was on that one? Fuck, I don't remember. Oh, that's not that one. That's that one. Was on 1 hour. Yeah. Mine is running still on a little bit on the old version. I didn't change it, but it's a fifth already. What fired? Like, bro, this is fucking horrendous. And when we used to test this one, like, yeah, look at those TPs. Like, this is perfect on that one, on the injective, for example. See why not? But yeah, this is nice. Nice. With one freaking entry over here, bros. Like, straight. Straighta. Alright, what's Bitty doing? Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, and it might change as well, just because seeing the outflow line, the flow of money flow, whatever how you want to how you call it, already turning around quite quickly. So if we start to freaking hold that, right, because it's still possible, and this will cool off quite quickly on 4 hour, and even the strength can go into the middle, bro, that's gonna pop. That can happen as well. Oh, would be nice. But for even higher or better movement, I would like to have this, technically, for better structure. But who cares what I want? EP. Yeah, same thing. See? Still going higher and higher. Still continuing. But yeah, closing something about over here. Going a little bit lower, retest. We might go retest the low or something in this position. But yeah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Do you guys have anything to mention, to look at it, or to check, or to tell? Want to come on the stage, sing a song? Hi. Hello, Broomy. Didn't see you here. Glad you've been here. Tell me. Oh my god, what's going on in the chat over there? That's a long list to read. No coins, no suggestions, nothing. All Gucci, all clear. Do you want to know anything about the indicators maybe? There's one new coming in. Hope we're gonna have some more info about it. And the update of the, of course, ALGO Master. New updated version. Like I was mentioning, it's not much. It's just, I mean, it's much, it's a lot, but it's not everything gonna change. Just the TPs and re-entries on that one. So that's gonna be great. The 4th and 5th most vocal girls in the chat start discussing a topic. It's a lot. Oh, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna copy all of it and paste it into the chat GPT and say, summarize it, please. That's sometimes it's really funny what they if they found each other, if they found a topic, then oh boy. Oh, and as well, like I was mentioning, of course, packs, right? I'm running a bot as well on the pack, so if that starts retrace, then we might go higher. That's as well kind of a confluence as extra. But if this still starts climbing, doing this, then Bitcoin gonna do this, and then gonna do this and this, right? If this is Bitcoin. Nice B, right? Yeah, I know. Anyhow, that's as well a nice confluence to it, in my opinion. Yeah, nice. Thanks, Eagle. Thanks for joining. You all guys, Smyrn, Netflix, NG, Brumi, Wheelie, Abu, Tiny Diamonds. You're not so tiny diamonds anymore. You should, we told about that, right? You should change your name. Big, big, big money diamonds. With you gains. Dziękuję. You start learning Polish. That means that you guys listening too much to me if you start learning my language. It's maybe time that I'm gonna fly away and never come back. Changing micro diamonds. dusty diamonds. Yeah, anyhow, guys, appreciate it. Thank you very much. And it's been always fun to have 2 streams in a row. But my voice is a little bit killing me, so I need to take a little bit rest, I guess, or do some things around the house maybe for a change. Do some live. That sounds a little bit scary, I know. Anyhow, keep in mind as well this, or either it's gonna be Kiyatoshi, or how it's called, so I don't recall the name anymore, or the CoinGlass Legend. Keep an eye on the walls, because right now those are the 2 things what's really holding us, either both ways. But the first bits are starting to pull. If that one's gonna pull as well, right? We might see a wick or something to the low side to go lower and settle, close anything. So change character or break structure or whatever in a position. Same thing to the upside. If they start to pull it or changing or even laddering to it, then that's a sign that it's gonna keep us a little bit lower or sideways. Doesn't matter, but still, right? This is quite. I mean, it's quite important as well as the level of the two dailies on top of each other overlapping above us, right? We need to regain one of another, fail of regain. So either way, this is the point of all fucking interest of this move right now. There is not much to say, and there's not much that's gonna change about it. There's not much that there are fundamentals or whatever. Yes, if the news comes or whatever, that's gonna push the price, and that's gonna push the price in one of another direction. But look on the market overall, it's like 50-50-ish, right? A little bit. And as well on here, there you have it as well. Like, oh, what the fuck happens to Intel? Did they had some bad news? That's shit for them. Um, so yeah, it's a little bit like undecided, you can say, right? Dominance still a little bit falling. Oh, wait, we broke technically dominance. Okay, yeah, there you go. If we broke dominance, and look at it, keep take this as well as copy this and paste it into your chart. Oh fuck, I cannot. Seriously, I cannot send it to you guys. No, I can't. Okay, fuck it. Find this. Just find it on the internet, BTC dominant cycle or whatever, and keep that in mind because it's maybe for some of people not readable or something to remember how it moves. Just because for the alts, what you need to have a best position for alts to move, you need to have dominance decreasing and Bitcoin's increasing. So both need to go opposite side for each other to alts fucking fly, right? So if you want to Bitcoin to fly, dominance need to do that same, right? If both of them is gonna be decreasing, then alt's gonna be stable, and yeah, both are gonna be decreasing. So that's the whole idea. But structure-wise, it works as well. Same. Right now, we literally just did a new low on that one, right? So that's the whole idea and deal about it. Keep that in mind. 20-foot road. Yeah, I will need to. But it's I don't want to make a tea because it's already 25 degrees. Surprisingly, after fucking storm yesterday, what we had. But yeah, and almost 5 degrees. Yeah, 5 degrees in the night. The weather over here is killing me. Seriously, I have no clue how to put any clothes for it. It's changed every single 5 minutes. It looks like I'm in the UK or in on the island or somewhere on that shitty area. Sorry, man. Sorry, Brummy. Good old days for me, but yeah. Anyhow, I hope that's clear. And for hype as well, keep in mind if you're gonna lose or close anything below 41, we might see small retracement, settle a new higher low, right? And then off we go. That would be really awesome. If not, maybe lower, but this is what I'm kind of looking for it. Do it again, right? Oh yeah. Anyhow, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I will catch you Saturday. Yeah, Sunday I'm away whole day long. I'm not gonna be able to stream, so Saturday's gonna be the stream. I will change that in the event, and I will send a message as well to everyone. Anyhow, have a good one. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. See you on the flip side, and see you Saturday. Bye.